Howdy folks, welcome to a look at a new train game that just came out today as I record this here on the 1st of September 2025. Constracktion. So we've got another railroad game where we can build our own track. It's kind of an interesting take on it. I've played it for a little over an hour. I've completed the first map on easy mode, which is basically doing the tutorial. And initial impressions are the gameplay is decent. It has a lot of potential, but oh my gosh, the interface is so bad. It's terrible. The menus, the control, it's just all so janky and clunky. I really hope they revisit that and change it up. It's got some rough edges, but it's really cool how you can build your own track and you connect up the industries and AI trains run back and forth and you can control the AI trains, and it's got a lot of good fun gameplay once you can get over the interface, which is, in my opinion, really, really bad. But anywho, let's jump in. We're going to do a new game. So since I've completed this on easy mode, you can see my unlocked achievements down there. Map completed easy. That opens up map 2. So then you just kind of progress through the maps. The first map is pretty straightforward. It has a 2 coal mines and a power plant, and you can connect those up. But we're going to do a new game on map 1. And I'm going to choose hard mode. That is another achievement to beat it on hard mode. So here we are. I don't know if it's going to run through the tutorial again. We'll see. But you can interact with the controls, or you can use the keyboards. I'm using my arrow keys to go back and forth. You can use up and down to switch, stuff like that. There's like 4 menus that stack up on top of each other as you open them. It's just really weird and clunky, but it takes a little getting used to. The other thing I am not a fan of at all is the huge colored icons in the top left and top right. I haven't found a way to turn those off yet, but please, for the love of, let us turn those off. But anywho, I like the physics and the controls and stuff. It's not all bad. It's just the interface is... It just rubs me the wrong way. It gives me Railroads Online vibes where you're just fighting the game, trying to have a good time. All right, it looks like it is doing the tutorial stuff again, so that's fine. But let's take a look at this vehicle we've got. So this is a track laying machine. You see it's got some wheels on the front. And we're going to drive off the end of the track here in a little bit, and we'll start laying track. And then you have all these different controls here for how you're laying it. You know, your grade, your radius... laying. You can also remove tracks, so you can pick it back up again, which is nice. And then you got time. We can turn the map on. So we're over here at the depot. We got to lay track out to the power plant, and we got to hook up both these coal mines. This coal mine is on the level with the power plant. This is up in the mountains, so you have to do a little bit of a grade to get up that coal mine. Hit left alt, it toggles like mouse mode. You can go down and control whatnot. All right, let's get started. We're going to jump in the forward view. We are in forward. We'll give it some power, which automatically will take the brakes off. And if you look down here, it has gears. So it's got like a 5-speed gearbox. And I'm going to be using the keyboard and the mouse, kind of a combination. And as we follow the track, you'll see this curvy thing here adjusting to what you're currently on top of. And then when you're laying track, you use this to determine the curvature or straight. It's probably best explained just by showing you. So let's go lay some track. And it is showing me the tutorial. Now when I was doing the other one, yeah, it doesn't let you switch the switch. See how it's thrown against us? But it will just switch, I think, on its own. Maybe? It's kind of weird that it doesn't let you switch it. You can derail, and then it takes time to re-rail the train. You have to, like, I think you just click. I saw that in someone else's video. A bunch of people got early access to the release, so they had a bunch of videos out. You may have already seen those. I was watching, who was it? Pibaljo. I think Schnauzer Powwow, SP. I think he had an early look. And I think Blue Wizard had one too. I didn't get a chance to watch this video. There's other videos out there. Go check those out as well. you haven't already. I'm going to go in with a little more power. So we're just kind of standing here on this platform. And what's weird is when you're in this view, you can't move with WASD, but you also can't use WASD for the controls. It's IKJL. It just takes some getting used to. Temporarily disabled. So it disables the switches until you've laid your first track, I think. Normally you could use this button down here to switch the turnout out in front of you. Alright, we're going to just drive right off the end of the track. It's perfectly normal in this game. Now that we're driving, you can see we've got some guidance lines here. For this first part, we just need to go straight at about 10 miles an hour, so that's what we're going to do. You're back here in this view. We'll see in a little bit. After we get this straight piece in, we need to hook up that mine. So we'll be putting in a turnout and laying out a curve. That part is pretty well done. It takes some guesswork to get up to that mine. It took me a couple attempts to get there and get lined up on the first go around. Going a little fast. We're going to slow that down a little bit. Little braking action going on. So the physics and stuff, it seems pretty decent. It's not like a hardcore sim or anything like that, but it feels pretty good when you're running it. I'm still getting used to the controls. Now I end up soft locking myself. I had to restart because what it wants you to do is back up, put a left-hand turnout, and go out to the mine. So then the mine train has to come down here and then reverse in. I thought, well, I'll just run a line in here, you know, make a right-hand turnout, and then the AI train starts automatically. So he came down here, and I couldn't get out of the way, and there's just nothing else to do. So don't do that. Make sure you follow the tutorial. Unlike me, I did not follow the tutorial. Another thing, and it actually prompted me about this, if you just give it full power, sometimes it doesn't want to shift into second until you back the power off a little bit. And I had that happen once, and it actually popped up a little pop-up and told me, you know, reduce power, so it'll shift gears. So that was kind of interesting. And I'm going to be switching between first and third. It's a little easier sometimes to get oriented in the third-person view. But we're going to back off here quite a bit, and we'll put in a left-hand turnout. We'll head out and connect up to that mine out there. Back up to, I think about there ought to do. Let's go ahead and get some brakes on. And then it's a little tricky. So we come over here and we say build a turnout, and I think down is left. Yeah, and then if you go up, you can build a right-hand turnout, which you'll see once the smoke clears. So it goes like back to no turnout and then down to left turnout. So we want to build a left-hand turnout. And then once we get back into steer mode, we can adjust the curvature of that. The idea is to get out to the mine and hook up to that. So I'm just going to roll forward, and we'll see those guidance lines appear again. There we go. So that's a pretty sharp turnout. I'm going to widen that out a bit. I'm going to go about there. We'll see where that puts us. So you can see we are slowly building the track. And we're still at 0% grade. You can see our grade, what it's set to, and the current grade that we're in, and then you see the dirt. We have 10% dirt. So you can remove and add fill in this game, which is nice. I need to get this radius back under control here. So there's some, you can see the brown little line there. That's kind of a guidance line to steer to get you lined up with the straight track. So we want to head for that. And then you can put down like signs, speed limit signs for the AI to follow so they don't derail. There's quite a bit to this. It's pretty neat. And I did not know this was coming out until I saw the videos a few days ago popping up about it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I put it on my wish list and went and bought it today when it came out. All right, so now we're lined up. We'll see in a little bit, we'll start getting a little pulse thing up here. And that will tell us that we are lined up with the straightaway. It will auto-connect, hopefully. There it goes. Get that little like pulsing set of lines. And then as soon as we connect this up, it's going to spawn an AI train. So we'll have to back up and get out of its way. Then that will start going over to the power plant, and then things level up. Let's say, yeah, level 04. So the trains get longer as you level up. Kind of a neat little game mechanic. All right, we're going to slam on the brakes. I'm going to go, say, go backwards. There's the AI coal train just spawned in front of us. So we're going to get out of his way. You can see he says power plant, if you can read that. And it'll give a little status underneath that, like if he stopped or his speed, things like that. So tutorial says next, connect the coal mine on the hill. That's a little harder proposition, especially on hard mode. I don't have automatic dirt refill, so we're gonna have to be careful about gradients, because if we run out of dirt, we'll have to go buy some dirt. I think that's how that works. So once that train gets to the power plant, we'll earn some money. Then we can buy more track and more dirt. You can see I've used up about 1/3 of a mile worth of track. Oh, I wonder if I'm going too fast. I hear the wheels protesting. So I want to go straight. And we're going to take the Y and head out to the other mine. We'll let Mr. AI train do his thing. And they do pretty much just do their thing. They'll switch turnouts and stop and whatnot. I wonder if it might be a good idea to just go ahead and buy some dirt. I don't know if I have any money yet. I think I have to pull up the weird menu to see what my money is at. Flip that back. And if I come over here... Nope. I don't know how much money I have. Buy dirt car. Buy track car. But you have to buy another dirt car. You can't just buy dirt. Huh. It does run well. I'm running 144 FPS. It's got that going for it. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and save while we're here. But... Oh, this is my money right here. I was thinking that was to buy fuel. Got it. So you start with 10K, it looks like. Buy 1 minute of super fuel. Temporary power boost for all trains. Unavailable on this map. Okay. Holds dirt excavated from cuttings. I thought you could buy dirt. I guess you can't buy dirt. So We just have to plan accordingly, I guess. All right, let's head forward, and we'll try to get out to the mine up on the hill there. So, yeah, it's got some nice physics. It's got some nice sounds. It's a fairly simple game graphically, so it runs awesome, at least on my computer. Full specs are on the little about section of the channel if you want to go check those out. I can't even remember what I have. I've got an AMD chip of some kind and a 4070 Ti Super for reference. All right, so we're going to throw that switch. And then the main thing we're going to have to switch is the grade. So we head out. All right, let's get some more power on. Let's get moving. There is no horn on the track layer. I saw that on the Steam discussions. Somebody was asking. So you can see my little AI train out there in the distance. He has dropped the coal off the power plant and he's heading back to the mine. So he'll just run back and forth and make us money. Alright, I think I need to pretty much start at 1%, but I don't have much dirt, so I have to be careful. We have to kind of eyeball this. You can see there's a hill there. I kind of need to follow that, sort of. So let's set the curvature off to like that, and let's start heading up at 1% maybe. How much dirt is that going to use? I get just a little bit of fill. Then I'll start cutting, which will fill up the car. That's a really neat mechanic. I like how they did that. Get some more speed on. Might run out of dirt going this steep. And it may take a few tries to get up to that other mine. It's a bit of a learning curve. I think we might be okay because we've used like 1% of our dirt. And here in a little bit we're going to start actually cutting into the hillside. And that's when I want to go up to 2%. So I'm going to go ahead and raise that to 2%. Hopefully should get up here and start cutting in and refilling the dirt car. I think we need to be at about 2.5% to get up to the mine. I'm going to see if I can make it at 2%. So let's straighten back out now that we're at 2%. And we slow down a little bit. Hey, look at that. We were in 10,000 and the coal mine leveled up. Now, for what I understand from watching other people's videos, if we fill up the dirt car, we have to go back to the depot and dump it off. At least in hard mode. We're about through this cut. And we'll have to start laying out the dirt. Ooh, we're 80%. Come on. 84%. We need to start putting some fill down. Might be too much of a curve. There's a lot of guesswork involved here. Okay, so now we're starting to lay the dirt back down. I haven't found a way to hide the UI for screenshots. Though there is actually a screenshot. So if I do it like that, I'll have to check later and see if that took a screenshot without the HUD all over the place. Okay, we're still climbing at 2%. The curve's not perfect. You can see the lines there. We're gonna have to tighten it up quite a bit. don't know if we've climbed enough either. It's gonna be close. We have to, I'll back up, and like I said, you can remove tracks, so that's a really neat mechanic. Yeah, I think we're too low. Yeah, we're too low. We're quite a bit too low. Alright, let's slow down. So we'll remove some track. I'll show you how that works. It's real simple. So you just come over here and you flip it to removing track, and we're going to back up. And that's it. It'll pick it right back up. Now it doesn't change, it doesn't put the dirt back. At least it didn't on easy mode. So we're going to have to back up a bit and change that. Probably to 3%, at least for a little bit. It does remove the power poles. You can see it leaves the dirt the way you had it on there. So I'm going to back up probably to about here-ish. Start slowing down. Oh, it automatically switched to laying track. Okay, that works. And then I want to go over to my grade. I'm going to change that to 3%. Nice little slack action there with the cars. I haven't done any testing really of like the physics stuff. It has a good feel to it. Just the way the cars move and the train reacts. It's got a pretty good feel to it. Alright, so we'll go up at 3% and we'll see how close that gets us. And of course I need to change this back. We'll kind of follow the roadbed that we had there. We'll get it lined up as we get closer. A little first-person action here. See, we're in second gear. Speed on up. I think it is a little easier to tell what you're doing from this view. It's going to be a tough climb, but at least they're coming back empty. They're taking the loads out. Alright, how are we doing for height now? See if we can switch to 2% there. Oops, I hit O instead of I. Hopefully that doesn't mess up anything. As we come around, I need to start moving this over towards straight. Whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing? That's not what I told you to do. It has this problem sometimes where the controls just do whatever they want to do instead of what you're telling them to do. And there's a good example of that. I'm steering left, and it just snapped all the way to the right. So, reverse track. I've had to do that when I'm just walking around too. I'll be walking forward or left or right or whatever, and then it'll just stick. You just have to like mash buttons until it quits. So there's some bugs in this. That is for sure. All right, backwards, remove track. It looks like I need to switch back to level a little sooner anyway, so we'll clean up some of this track and we'll try that again. Something seems to like freak out in the input controller. And it'll do that on you. Luckily, you can remove track. Alright, switch back to that. I've had this happen too. It like puts ghost track down after you removed it. I don't know why it does that. Yeah, I think we can, let's head down to like, let's just level out here and we'll see where we're at. Should put the red lines down once we start moving forward again. Ew. Is it going to mess up because that track's in the way? I have no red line. Oh, there it goes. Red line is back. And I can't change. The steering is not changing. Great. Yeah, I can't change the steering. It's bugged out. Alright, let's get direction going. Come on, game. We were so close to having a good episode. Just beware, like any new game these days. It's not early access. It's full release, at least on the Steam page. But it's got some issues. Okay. That's fun. It's refilling my track for free. And I can't switch it to any kind of other mode. Awesome. Well, there we go. We got all our track back for free. Now it goes back to removing track. Okay. Let's do it. I just want to move forward and get this track finished up. We're real close. Yeah, it's completely like just being weird. All right, we're in lane track, so I want to get back to, let's go to this view. Let's see if I can do it from here and maybe it'll work. I don't know what's going on with the controls. So I can use the scroll wheel on here and nope, it's being all weird. Yeah, I can't move that. Click and drag. Nope, I have zero control over that. Okay, let me save and reload. I'll be right back. Okay, I've completely reloaded the game, and it's nice on the game slots, the save slots, it shows you a picture. So I can see, yeah, this is the one. I knew I saved a slot 1, but if you've forgotten, you got your picture. And then it does an autosave on occasion as well. So anyway, let's load that up. It does load super fast. This thing completely wigged out, and the controls were just continually scrolling to the right. I couldn't control anything. So I don't know if we've broken the save. We'll see if it's going to behave itself now that we're back in. But yeah, this has got some major control issues. Okay, we're laying track. Our grade is set to level. We should be able to go forward now. Standing by on the brakes. See if we can get bent over to join up with that. When you're in this view, W and S zoom in and out. Okay. Let's kind of just creep forward. And just keep slowly straightening this out until we join up with that track, hopefully. Around the right level? I think we might need to go up a little bit. Let's set it to 0.5%. Shoot. I was looking at the gradient instead of lining it up with this. I think we're about the right level now, so we'll put that back to level. I need to relay this, but at least we can get an idea of where the grade needs to be, hopefully. I don't think this is going to work. It's too janky. Not straight. Oh, and we've got that bad piece of track back there, too. Yeah, this thing is just all messed up. It is all manner of broken. Let's try that again. At least we kind of know the right level. Need to do a better job on the curve, and if you can make it out back there, we've got a double track where it had that bugged out track. We'll try again. There's that pop-up about it not engaging the transmission. Let it shift. Okay, you're going to pick up that double track. I'm going to go back past that a little bit. There's the double track. We're just going over it now. Wonder how we get rid of that. Can we go to... We go forward and remove track and go up there and get that? Is that a thing? I don't think we can... Yeah, we can't run the... Oh, shoot. Re-railing. So that's what happens when you derail. I was just showing that to you. Yeah. It's totally on purpose. Not. So it pops a little sign up, and it tells you it's re-railing. It takes a minute. So it's just a timer that runs down. I don't know how we get rid of this track. Let's look through the options here. Signal, speed limit. Nope. I don't know that we have anything to get rid of track on foot. There's... Okay, the control's stuck again. I'm not pushing any keys. If I spam the keyboard, then it'll stop. Once they get some of these major bugs fixed, they're going to have a pretty fun game on their hands. It can be a little frustrating right now. Coal mine leveled up again. Is it not going to re-rail? Are we just toast? My rear truck is off the track. We get back on the track? Maybe? Thinking about it. We just coast backwards back onto the track? Do I need to derail on a different piece of track? It's just all falling apart here at the end of the video. Well, I guess I'll see if it'll re-rail now that it's backed up a little bit. I'll cut this part out. Yeah, there we go. I backed up and it got the rear truck back on the rails. So I think we're back in business. We're still backing up. If it's on laying track, what happens if I back up on existing track? Oh no. We get back on the track. Inquiring minds want to know. Yeah, I think we're on the track. Don't know what to do about that track up ahead there. I can't seem to get rid of that. May have to post a question to the devs. But I guess really all I can do is soldier on and see if we can get this track to connect, and maybe it'll ignore the little piece of track there. So we're in laying track mode. Back here we need to be still at like 2%. We can start straightening or leveling out. Should get some steering cues here shortly. There we go. Oh, it's going to connect to that piece now. Maybe that'll work. If we can connect to it, then I could possibly remove it if we need to. It's got the little connection symbology. I think it's at a different height, so I don't necessarily want it there. There it goes. Yeah, see, it's at a different height, so it's all wonky. Do I care? I'm not sure I care at this point. Let's connect this track. Okay, it's gone all weird on me again. You're gonna stay where I set you? %. Let's knock that down to 1%. Easy does it. You have to kind of snap it out of the middle part. A little tricky. Oh, we're getting a connection symbol. That might be a good thing. Can't really see from all the smoke, but let's go for level and hopefully we're close enough. Might be a little high. Might be a lot high, but hey, I think we're going to be connected, and I'm tired of fighting the bugs. If we can get connected and get an AI train over it, I'm going to call it a win. Ta-da! That's a pretty terrible track, but it is connected. Achievement unlocked. All industries connected. Industries level up when AI trains make successful return trips and level down if the deadline is exceeded. Okay, well, let's get out of its way. Let's try to go in the right direction. Just for grins. Well, there's a nice Doppler effect if you're moving the mouse when it blows its horn. We're spinning out. Yeah, that's a pretty janky setup there, but it works. All right, let's head on down the track, and we don't have super sharp curves here, so I think we might. I don't know if we need speed limit signs or not. Maybe down at the Y, we would put in a speed limit sign for him. It's kind of squalling a bit there, isn't it? We'll see how they get along. You can't just push S. You have to hold down S or W to zoom, by the way. Start getting some brakes on because I need to check. I want that ready to go so I can just hit up or down arrow to switch it. So I need to go to the left towards the station, get out of his way. Can't tell which way the switch is switched. It should be set for how we came out of it. I think it is. We should be in good shape. So that coal mine over there has been leveling up. It should have like 3 or 4 cars by now, I think, when its train comes out. They start with 2, like you can see that guy there. I don't know if when you go to the next map, if you keep your train, like if I bought a car here, would I have that train in the next map? I don't know. Alright, so if I do hop off, I can get out and run around. So he should have... Oh, he didn't throw that switch, so he's backing up a little bit. There he goes. So he threw that. Now I can also hop in and drive this guy. So if I just click on that, I'm now in control of this train. Oh, here comes the other guy. Can we beat him? Go, little diesel, go. See if we can beat that other train. I have to throw the switch quickly. I throw it. Let me highlight it. There we go. Hopefully he doesn't throw it as I go over it. Nice. Oh, is he going to go through it? Is he going to make it? Oh, he switched it. All right, good deal. There we go. I think once this guy completes his journey, that'll be map complete. I don't know what happens if I'm driving this and it goes in. It hops me out. Okay, there we go. Now we know. So they go in there and magically do stuff. Then he'll come back out, go in the other direction. Does that mean that guy's going to go in too? Or does he wait? Uh-oh. Does he have to wait? I don't actually know the answer to that. What I do want to put down, though, as we end this video, is I want to put down some speed limit signs so he doesn't come roaring down the mountain and derail. Oh, look, he's up to 5 cars now. Nice. Why didn't he switch that? They're kind of dumb sometimes. He's going to back up and go again and switch it. Oh yeah, shift is not zoom, or sorry, shift is not sprint, shift is zoom in. I keep hitting shift to sprint. You don't have to do that. So let me show you some signage. I'm going to come back here to kind of the beginning. Oh, it's stuck on again. Spam the keys, try to stop. Nope, stuck on again. I don't know what causes that. It's really annoying. Alright, so if I come over here, I go to speed limit sign. It'll like snap to different spots as you're... Come on, game. It keeps sticking the controls. It'll stick to different spots as you move along, and then you just hit up and down arrow, and it'll change the speed limit itself. So I'm going to change that to 15? Maybe 10. I'm not 100% sure how to get rid of the sign. Let's move it here, and we'll make it 10. How do I... Oh, come on, quit sticking. I don't know how to get rid of the sign. This is there forever. Wrong way sign. No, we don't want that. Oh, okay, you just hit down arrow and then it disappears. Got it. We'll try nearby. Indeed. So that should tell him to slow down to 10 as they go through this curve. Hopefully that'll keep him from derailing. And then we can have him go back to normal speed up here. Right past the turnout. There we go. Alright. No. Oh, dang it. Quit running when I let go. You let go of the key, it just doesn't stop running sometimes. Please don't be another game where it's so frustrating to play because of all the stupid little bugs. But it could be really good because I've already been down that road. Let's set this back to 40. Let's let him scream over to the power plant. There we go. Another thing we can do is speed up time. So let's speed up time. Whee! Oh, derailed. What? Oh, I forgot the other sign. Yeah, I forgot the sign go in this direction. That was my bad. I'm stuck in the train. I'm stuck moving. Yeah, I need a sign here to slow him down going that direction. There we go. My bad. So I think he just he just re-rails like we would. There it goes, popped him back on. Sorry, dude. That was my bad. Whee! Off he goes. He's a fast train. There we go. Map completed in hard mode. So in conclusion, great game, terrible interface, lots of bugs. They get those ironed out. I think this is going to be really interesting. So I'm going to continue on. I'll probably make at least one more video, and we'll see how the reception is. If you want to see me go through and do a bunch of the maps, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks as always for watching, folks, and I'll catch you in the next adventure. Take care.